Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we'll be going to Black Eagle Mine Road in Joshua Tree, California. You go in through Joshua Tree National Park and you take a left, and you'll see the sign here warning you to only take a 4x4. So if you're interested in going down this trail or others like it, check out this video. We'll go down this trail and then you can see if it's something that you want to do. So basically the trail starts off as a sandyish dirt road. Again, there's more warning signs there to your right, and these warning signs essentially explain that people have died on this road from exposure due to being trapped and the lack of cell phone service, lack of water, etc. And as you can see, it's going to start out as a dirt road, more on the sandy side, but there's a little bit of washboarding as well going on. And this washboarding will go on for quite some time, and that's typically indicative that other drivers have gone relatively fast through the area. That's how that washboarding effect happens. As you continue, the washboarding and sandiness subsides a bit, and it starts, the road starts to get a little bit firmer. As you can see here, it goes from a sandy washboard to almost a gravelly texture as you head up in elevation. This trail is rated by the internet as moderate, but on this channel we like to use real world terms so you can decide if you want to go down this trail or not. And by real world I mean I'm simply just going to describe what the road is doing, and then you can make the decision yourself. So as we see here, we're getting more gravelly and a little bit of rocks here, and the road surface is definitely firm. And as you go up, again, you're going to get basically rocks, but the road surface will change, and that's the interesting part about off-roading, is you'll get some varying conditions. I think this trail is very, very, very fun because the conditions vary a lot, essentially, and you're going to see differing terrain, lots of windy turns, and pretty much it doesn't get boring. During this section it's rocky, gravelly, but very windy and hilly at the same time, and you can pick up speed quite a bit, safely, of course, and it's fun to wind around. For reference, the vehicle in this video is a 2021 Lexus GX. It is snub-nosed, meaning the bumper is cut. The side rails are removed, and there is a thicker than stock front skid plate on the vehicle. Everything else is stock. It's on all-season tires. There is no lift. The vehicle is a full-time four-wheel drive, and it's currently in 4 high with the center differential locked at this point. And as you see here, you get some kind of roller coaster ups and downs here and there. but then you can see that you kind of get back out of that and it's back on sort of gravelly surface, but it will get rockier and a little bit more challenging as you continue. Here we have a little bit of a slow spot, some rutted areas, and the rocks slowly start to get bigger as you make your way up the mountain here, or the hill. So here we're seeing more rockier terrain, and the rocks are slowly but surely getting a little bigger. That was the sound of the front skid plate getting bashed in a little bit. And now we're seeing more rocks, especially on the left side there. And the tilt of the vehicle shows the pitch that it's truly at relative to level, because the camera here has a horizon stabilizer on it, so when you see the car go at a different angle, that's the angle that it's truly at. And as we look ahead, you'll see that it's a very beautiful trail. Again, it is in the Mojave Desert. The weather here is 90 degrees. And it's approximately around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And so as you can see, it's not too bad. But it is a lot of fun, because each section is a little bit different from the last. The trail doesn't stay in one mode, so to speak, for a long time. Again, we're seeing rocks, but there are some undulations and ruts in the road that make it interesting. The camera may or may not pick that up, but just keep in mind that it's not a completely flat surface by any means. It's definitely a topographical trail here. So as you head down this trail, it will essentially continue to rise in elevation while getting rockier. That's basically the gist of it. So as you proceed, expect more rocks and expect them to get bigger. Some have, on the internet, have classified this trail anywhere as from easy to moderate. But again, that's subjective, so hopefully this video and these images will allow you to make your own personal choice and judge for yourself and decide for yourself. Very pretty views, gorgeous views. Pretty brown rocks here. Just a overall beautiful day. And again, it is a fun trail. It's, you know, some trails can be the same thing over and over, and this one is definitely not that. So, just from a fun factor perspective, I would rate this a 10 out of 10. This was recorded on a Friday afternoon, again around 1 o'clock, and not one other car was on the trail, both in and out. So of course pack accordingly in case of emergencies, and tell someone where you're going and when they should expect to see you back. At the end of this trail is a white boulder that blocks the road. It essentially was put there, presumably by the owner or owners or caretakers of the Black Eagle Mine, which is further down the trail. And even though there's no official no trespassing sign, it is presumed to have been put there to prevent travelers from traveling beyond that point. And you'll see this large rock coming up shortly in the video, which marks the end of Black Eagle Mine Road. Is it the official end? Nobody knows. But typically, out of respect for whomever or whoever put it there, I believe most people end their adventure at the large white boulder at the end of the trail, and then turn around and go back the way they came. There are videos of people going beyond the white rock out there, and at the end of this video you'll see what's beyond the white boulder at the end of this trail. Spectacular views. Little bit of a drop off, but nothing crazy. But as you get to the end, where this white boulder in the road is going to be, there is a little bit of a more significant drop off to your left or driver's side. As you can see, there's, you know, some technical spots where you have to slow down a little bit, but you know, nothing too crazy. But there are definitely ruts in the road, and some of them are very large, and the sign is correct. You would need four-wheel drive to pass those areas. So we're getting closer here on where um, the trail comes to an end. And as far as distance goes, it is approximately 11.5 miles to the large white boulder at the end of the trail. So in and out from trailhead to boulder and back would be double that. So what's that? 23 miles? Approximately. So that'll give you an idea. It helps to set your tripometer on your vehicle at the trailhead if you want to get an idea how far you're in or not. And you know, when you're coming up on approximately 11.5 miles, you're at the large white boulder at the end of the trail. Right before the end, there are a few rocky spots, as you see right here, coming up on some, this rock garden, rocks out of nowhere. So that's what I mean by it. It's a very interesting trail that never gets boring. Almost as if those rocks were placed there just to make it interesting. Almost like a man-made course. So right around this time, you will definitely be feeling like you're going higher in elevation. That means you're getting near the end. You'll sense it. You know, once you start going steeper, longer, you're nearing the end. There's one last section of rocks here. Before the end, right in this area. And come back down the ground and see if we can smash the front skid plate a little bit. And then you've made it. Most people at this point decide to stop and back up because it's hard to turn around up this last section here. And so we stop there, and if you were to go forward, you can see here, you go up this road with this drop off, and there's the white boulder that is blocking the road. So this is where people call it quits. People go around it, but it was obviously placed there on purpose. So it's your call if you want to go beyond it or not. There's no official sign, but we're not going to go beyond it. Instead, we'll show you what's beyond it without actually going beyond it. Very, very beautiful scenery. The road continues beyond that hillside. You can't really see where it goes. Off in the distance, the grayer area is the Black Eagle mine, what's left over of it. If you know any history about it, make some comments, please, in the YouTube comments below. That would be helpful. And the entire trail is just as beautiful as these views. If you've enjoyed the video and found it helpful, please like and subscribe. Thank you, and have a great day.